I get it. You're jealous of my new cane, so you hired a new doctor that you could lean on.
Exactly. Nothing to do with the fact that you instructed me to hire one. Dr. House, this is Dr. Kelly Benedict, your new fellow.
Nice to meet you. I just finished my psychiatry residency at St. Jude's, and I loved studying the mind, but I thought it could make more of a difference, or at least...
Man, you're hot. I mean, seriously.
30-year-old female.
I know what you're thinking. She looks like Cameron, and he's hired her solely to sleep with her.
No, none of us were thinking.
Well, you should have, but you'd be foolishly wrong. Yes, he's been dating at a near Clooney pace recently. But at this point, the only hole he's trying to fill is the one in his soul, which means it's the emotional connection with Cameron that he misses. Did you ever marry a dying man, and if so, did you freeze his sperm?
Okay, so Cameron's his ex. Sperm...
She's not like Cameron.
Then why'd you make her wear Cameron's clothes?
No, I'm wearing my own
30-year-old female, severe vomiting and abdominal pain, preceded by 3 days of moderate pain, slightly elevated LFTs.
Could be lead poisoning.
If I know Dr. Shammerin, and I think I do, she'll want this chance for a little stuff strutting.
Okay. Hepatitis A.
Serologies are negative.
Right. Appendicitis.
It hasn't ruptured by now? It's hepatic fibrosis.
At the risk of having foreman snark at me, too, lead poisoning could also work.
Liver angiogram to check for fibrosis, search the home for heavy metals. What's your position on the legality of illegal break-ins?
That's more of a second week type activity. We'll do the angiogram. I'll meet you in radiology, 3rd floor. She was nervous. Give her a break. Oh. And she's not like Cameron.
True. Cameron had much smaller breasts. By which I mean she was smarter. Now, some person seemed to think that I was not being fair to you in our last DDX because I made you nervous. So this time, I put you at ease. It's just you and old Doc House. A couple of pals, chitting the chat.
Why not just place a chair above a trapdoor with a shark tank underneath?
It's Wednesdays when I get my Shark Tank cleaned. And also because I'm giving her a chance.
Giving her a test.
This whole job is a test. I'm giving her the chance to fail it sooner rather than later. Or pass. Arrhythmia and elevated LFTs rule out hepatic fibrosis. So, heart and stomach.
Gastritis.
Explains the stomach, not the heart.
Atrial fibrillation.
Explains the heart, not the stomach.
Sorry. Cystitis.
Explains the nothing.
I meant cholecystitis.
Would have showed up on the physical exam. Do we have to sit here all day?
You had a better answer than she does, then let's hear it.
I'm sure she's already starting to think how, if we add the symptoms to an abusive ex, the fact that she'd just eaten, the open door, rhymes with moisen.
You think her ex-husband tried to poison her? Even if he found her somehow, these abusers have a pattern. He beat her with his hands. Poison's too impersonal. It doesn't fit.
Exactly. The counter-argument is, woof!
Her ex poisoned her dog.
Oh. Right.
She said he used pesticides. He could have stuck some in her dinner.
Treat with prelidoxine. A for effort.
House was wrong trying to come up with a complicated reason you hired Kelly.
Thank you.
It's actually quite simple. You think she's hot? You want to sleep with her.
Well, it's nice to see you finally taking interest in my life. We should go bowling sometime.
I'm just saying, if you spend all your off-work time and energy getting laid, it's going to spill into your work as well.
She's smart. You didn't interview her.
I did glance at her resume. Middling grades, middling med school.
She was editor for Rutgers Daily undergrad newspaper. That shows a lot more guts and determination than med school grades.
Uh-huh. How long did you interview her?
45 minutes, at least.
How much of that was after you decided to hire her? You saw what you wanted to see.
What are you doing?
Just letting you all share in the joys of my last trip to Carlsbad Caverns, which the husband probably would have beaten up if he'd found it in the address book. Would you mind standing next to the screen?
Yeah, she'd love to become a target for your ridicule.
She isn't already?
Endocarditis?
Normal EKG, no oscillar nodes.
Right, Dr. Kelly.
Kelly's her first name.
What's your point, Dr. Robert?
Run an echo.
I already did. No vegetations, valves are clear.
Snapalicious. Because I always like to say it's better to be a helpful Helen than a negative Nellie. So while you're cooking up some ideas of your own, allow me to present theory 2.0 of why Chase hired you. Dr. Kelly, meet your doppelganger. Oh, no. Hold on a second.
Oh, come on. House.
That's baby Chase and his mom. That's adorable.
Never mind the baby. Peep the babe. Note the cheekbones and eye shape.
They do actually look alike.
I know what you're thinking. Chase wants to sleep with his mom. But who wouldn't hit that if that looked like that? It's a classic case of what Freud called...
Stop. This isn't about Chase's mother.
You're wrong.
What do you mean he's wrong? It is about your mom?
No,
So it's about...
I'm assuming he thought I'd be a good member of the team. And on that subject, what about Legionnaires? Tab said he saw a rattly old air conditioner in the patient's house.
I don't care if he saw her licking a petri dish of bacilli. There's no lung involved.
All we know is we don't see it. Dehydration from the fever could hide the pneumonia.
Okay, forget the mom theory. We'll water the patient, treat for Legionnaires.
Hey, Tal, you didn't write up the AC system. Did you mention it to Kelly?
No.
Did you mention it to Chase?
Yeah.
Whose idea was Legionnaires?
Dr. Chase's.
Well, you get major points for trying to trick me. Unfortunately, you lose them all for failing. Hold that. See, now you're frowning. You can really see the resemblance. 2 down. Shooting for 3.
You're gonna turn our pacemaker off? You sure that's a good idea?
Nope, but it might be. No tachycardia. There's only the delusions left, if they're even still there.
Maybe it is a bipolar disorder. She's female, she's 30.
it's not a coincidence. You gotta stop doing this.
But it could have been prompted by the physical symptoms.
You couldn't be more wrong. You got the cause and effect backwards. Start her on haloperidol and lorazepam. Give him a few hours to take effect, call me when she wakes.
Still hallucinating.
Can you hear me? What are you looking at?
The table, it's on fire.
If it was, I think I'd be able to do this without screaming for my mommy.
Thank you.
Don't be too impressed. It's mostly the happy pills you put her on. She can talk to us now. The obviously stupid lie you told us about your hospital records turns out to have been unobviously unstupid. You thought you wouldn't get caught because you thought that you'd be cured and back home by the time we spoke to the other hospital. Because you knew what was wrong with you. Your doctor was treating you with risperidone, right? That's why you were in Trenton. You got the stomach pain, you went to see him, he wanted you to taper off.
Our doctor is not in Trenton.
Not the one you know about, if you haven't figured it out by now. Your wife has a secret. She's only suffering from one condition. Everything else is side effects of the drug that was treating it. She stopped taking the drug, the side effects faded, but the underlying disease is still there. Why don't you tell your husband?
Billy, I'm schizophrenic.
It's the kind of thing that a recent psychiatric resident might have figured out.